Hey everybody, today we are unboxing the new Garmin G2. In this video, you're going to see what's inside this box. I'm going to be comparing it a bit to the other computers that's comparable. We have the Garmin G1, we have some of the other smartwatches here, the Garmin Fenix 8 and the Suunto Ocean, as well as the Apple Watch, and this is the Shearwater Turn. So first up, let's see what's inside the box. Nice boxing. We have this outer layer, and then you have the small black casing here. They're moving more towards like Apple boxing style, or perhaps. So we have these seals here. Good way to check that no one's opened the box before you bought it. All right, and then we have the Garmin G2. Let's just wrap this one off. Well, that's interesting. So there is a quick manual you can read if you want to. Some extra things. We have a clip-on here, clip-on charging cable. This is the same charger as all the Garmin Dive products you're using, so it's the same with the X50i, it's the same as the G1 and all the MK lines of the MK2 and 3. And then we have the product here itself, the Garmin G2. I'm not sure if I can turn it on because it probably doesn't have, well, no, it's coming on. All right, so you can see the size of the screen at least. While this is charging up, let's just see what's inside this box. I'm guessing that it's an extra long. This is amazingly nice. So extra long strap. What Garmin has with all of its dive lines is actually this quick connect. So you can take off the straps and then you can mount the longer straps as well. Perfect for a bigger wetsuit or a dry suit. And it's really easy once you're back to disconnect this and put on your standard. Now you can go through this whole setting up. You can go through this and set your format of how you want it. So navigating with the G2, the Garmin here has the same 5-button push. So you have a button up here that will turn on the flashlight, but it'll also open up a small menu where you can find different things that you need, turn into battery saving modes and so on. To navigate around any of the menus, you have an up and down button here. So that will go up and down within the menus. You have a select button over here. That's also an activity menu. So this is the one over here, activity menu. So let's say single gas, you select up here. If you want to go back, you push the back button here. So that's 5-button navigation. Mostly you use the select, back and up and down button. And this menu button up here is for the lights and menu selection that you can choose. I can always reset this later on. So now it's going to be waiting and setting up. While it's doing that, I'm just going to compare real quick to the G1 because I think this is the two things that you've probably been looking for. You probably know the G1 if you're looking for the G2. So size-wise, it's exactly the same thing. But where the G2 stands out is the 1.2-inch AMOLED LED display, whereas the older, this is also the solar version, but as you can see here, the screen is much smaller. Comparing here, this is the smaller, the 43mm MK3i, so you can see this is actually the exact same size of this and same screen size. Of course, this one is priced differently than the G2. So this is really where the G2 stands out compared to the G1. G1 is still a bit cheaper than the G2. What you're getting here is a crisper screen, but a lot of the functionalities is the same. And when we're looking at a watch like the Suunto Ocean, because I do also think that they are going to be competing a lot. This one has a brighter screen. This is capable for transmitters as well. Dive modes, though, the G2 has more dive modes and more depth as well. So this one goes deeper. You can do much more technical diving capabilities than we can do with the Ocean. Fenix as well. This is the medium size, so it gets a pretty good size comparison actually of the Fenix. You can see that it's larger, but you can also get the Fenix in the smaller 43mm, so 43, 47, and then we have a 51mm. This is the 51mm, the largest of the what size dive computers, so the MK3i. So this is the unboxing. We haven't been diving with this one yet, but we're gonna dive in. We're gonna compare dive screens of it. We're gonna compare it to the G1, which is the predecessor. We're gonna compare it to the Shearwater Turn. We're going to compare it to the Apple Watch. We're going to be comparing it to Suunto Ocean and of course the Garmin series, the MK3is and the Fenix series as well. So stay tuned for more videos looking at the G2.